I for one loved the collab with Emmanuel Taupin. I think it was stunning, and it was also, I mean, if I'm not mistaken, that was the first time you made a watch for women.
So the Flying T.
Yeah, the Flying T.
The Flying T is the first time. So it's actually the first time I created a watch for anybody else than me. So
how was that? Because you keep saying you want to always make a watch for yourself.
Exactly. So at some point in my life, I realized my whole family is only 3 women. It was in those days my mum, my wife, and my daughter. And getting out of my comfort zone, taking risks, something in my mind is like, okay, this is like a humongous challenge, but try and do something for them. And so I started, and it was a disaster. Because not only had I lost any idea of how creating for others, but especially not for women. I've never been able, even when I was at Harry Winston, even though I drew all the watches, I was not good at creating watches for women. And so it was not a natural, and I kept on stumbling. And somebody said, you know what, forget it. I'm going to create something I like.
Okay.
And that embodies
that you can do.
that I know what I like. Exactly. That's one of my strengths. I know what I like.
Yeah.
And most marketeers keep on wondering what other people like. No, I know what I like. And so I'm going to create something I like, but it embodies what I love in those 3 women. It, of course, took a long time. That was a long process also. Unfortunately, during that time, my mum passed away. And my second daughter was born, so still 3 women.
Okay.
And then in 2019, I unveiled it. I think the process started around 2014. Okay. And in 2019, I unveiled the Flying T. And then I used Flying T for great jewelers, be it a Bulgari, which is an enormous brand, to an Emmanuel Tarpin who only does piece unique, high jewelry pieces. And there will be others, you'll see, where I say, look, enjoy, have fun. I give you a canvas. It's a crazy canvas. Yeah. It's a sphere. You can do all sorts of things you want, because on a flat watch you can't do much. Yeah. And then you'll see it reinterpreted by different minds. It's fun. Yeah, it's fun.
So do we expect more such watches?
Sure.
Definitely.
Sure.
Okay, great. So, which brings me to another question about the LM Perpetual stainless steel. This time with the salmon dial plate watch. It's known for, the LM Perpetual is known for reinventing, the traditional perpetual calendar complication. So how tough is it for you to kind of reimagine this complication, with every model that you...
Now, when we launched the Perpetual in 2015, we did 2 editions of 25 in platinum, 25 in red gold. That was 50 pieces. And we were praying that we would at least sell 25 out of those 50. We actually sold all 50, which was incredible for us. And as soon as they hit the stores, whenever we managed to deliver, they were all gone. It was a big shock for us. We were like, really? People are buying this? I knew it was incredible, but I didn't expect people to understand. I didn't expect people to spend that sort of money on an MB&F. It was double the price of a Perpetual from Patek. It's, of course, nothing. It's not at all the same thing. But I didn't expect the public to react. So then that was done. So then we did the white gold, and then that sold out. And then we did the titanium, and that sold out. And then we did the yellow gold, and that sold out. And then we did the palladium, and that sold out. And it's like now we're 8 years down the road, and we've done all these different materials, and there's such an enormous demand on this product that we decided, okay, now we're not going to do it limited. We're going to do steel, and we're going to try and craft 20 pieces a year of this, but not limited. Because the other issue is, it's not an issue, but in the last 2 years, the demand on our brand has gone completely ballistic. And so from there, when we come out with that piece, we announce we're going to do 20 pieces a year, and we immediately get 100 to 200 orders. So if it was limited, then how do you work this out? So we're doing that, and I'm happy for Stephen also, because his genius continues to live on. But again, when we launched this piece 8 years ago, we were hoping to find 25 clients. And I think I think we're at, I'm going to say, between all the different versions over 8 years, we've probably done about 250, about 30 pieces a year. So 250 pieces, yeah.
So that's 10 times what you
exactly.
originally...
you never know. You never know.
So I think that's something to be said for the whole brand itself, considering the origins that you had, and and how the brand has shaped up, like you said, I think kudos to everyone at the MB&F team.
Thank you.
And so what's next? That's my last question. So how do you continue to impress yourself? Since your challenge is to kind of be happy with what you make. So I'm not going to ask you how are you going to impress the rest of the world. We will follow you. That's what everyone's doing. So how do you kind of push boundaries?
Again, whatever you're going to see today, this year, was created, I'm not talking of variations, I'm talking of new products, was created in the last 5 years. The idea comes from 5 years back.
Yeah.
So we've got products in the pipeline till about 2031 today.
Okay.
This year is a very particular year. We're back to basics. Basics with us is horological machines. It's been 3.5 years we haven't come out with a horological machine, which was the Bulldog.
Yeah.
And so we're coming out with 2 new HMs. And it's back to something which puts a big smile on my face because it's quirky, it's wacky, it's nuts, it's fun. Also, over the years, 10 years ago, I would be sitting in front of you wearing a jacket and a shirt. Now you see how I am. So also the way I dress has changed. So the watches I wear has also changed, which doesn't stop me wearing a beautiful ultra slim classic watch. Yeah. But I've basically adapted my creations, you see, much more to the way I am. And which is de facto what I do. So you're going to see something, I think, pretty amazing over this year. Yeah.
Okay. And what would you say? Which one is your favorite model this year?
This year?
Yeah.
Well, that's a tough one. No, it has to be HM11, which will come out in November, okay, because it's absolutely monumental. Okay.
And would it be correct to say you prefer HM or LM? They're both your babies, but
it's each time it's a story. I'm actually proud that we're capable of doing both. There's no other brand which is capable of doing anything like that, to be completely schizophrenic like that. I'm proud that we're capable of having both parts of our brain working. Of course, the HMs are much more emotional.
The gut and the brain, like you said.
Exactly. And the LMs, on the other hand, when you do something with Stephen McDonnell, and you accompany this incredible genius for over 10 years, it's a whole other story also. So it's not that I don't want to choose. What I choose is, let's put it this way. When I created MB&F, I thought the goal, and for many years, I thought the goal was going to be to create great products. And I've realized now, it's our 18th year, that actually the products are just the byproduct. It's the journey which is the most important. It's all the people I've met, all the people I've worked with, all the ideas which have come up, the ups, the downs, the falling down, the getting back on our feet. That's what makes everything we've done worthwhile.
Yeah, I think that lends a character to everything you do. I think, at the end of the day, I think that's what makes everyone and our journey unique. So yeah, thank you so much, Max, for your time. It's such a delight talking to you. And it's amazing that you are, I think you've been doing this for a while, but I love how candid you are.
That's who I am. So, that's what you see is what you get.
So that always makes for a great interview, actually. So thank you so much for your time.
My pleasure.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you.